So I'm going to start calling myself the special one, because we are flying high at the moment and I look like I'm going to do what the name of this series is, which is pretty damn epic. It's amazing that so far I've not had a save on Football Manager that has been terrible. I know I've been big teams, I've not done lower league because I don't know anything about lower league. Man United return to glory. We're coming up against Chelsea and Everton in this episode, both mid-table at the moment, so Chelsea suffering for a second season on this save. Hopefully 2 easy victories coming up next.
1, 2, this the show shot so high, keep it cracking like it's the dope spot.
So what's up guys, and welcome to the return to glory with Manchester United. Still on my beta save because the Football Blogging Awards, all the FPL stuff and work just don't have time to get through these as quickly as I'd like. We will get on to West Ham at some point and hopefully build something special there. But let's focus on finishing this return to glory. And as you can see in the Premier League table, things are looking pretty good for us. Our form is good. We're 4 points clear of Arsenal, Man City in 3rd, and Stoke battling Sunderland for 4th place. That's not something you'd ever hear me say in real life. But Sunderland are actually looking like they're going to get a place in Europe. Either way, we have been on a roll recently. We left you, I believe, on the Stoke game. And since then, we played Sunderland, who we beat 2-0. We played Pizen, beat them 5-1 and 4-0. So easily going through in the Euro Cup there. We lost to Newcastle in the FA Cup final, 3-0 defeat. I played a weaker side, but still, like I say, a weaker side. Rooney in the midfield and Michael Carrick and Lingard and Timothy Fosu-Mensah and Sam Johnston. Still a pretty strong side though, and we lost to Newcastle 3-0. That was painful, but apart from that blip, since then we have gone 7 games unbeaten. Only a draw against Tottenham, 1-1 being a slight down point, but that is against Tottenham, so I'm not too bothered about that. We've also knocked out Sassuolo, an Italian side who I probably pronounced wrong. But things are looking good, and recently a 5-0 win followed by Man City coming to Old Trafford and losing 5-3. Zlatan Ibrahimovic turning up with 2, Mata getting on the score sheet with Martial and Depay. Will Hughes has gone to Man City, which is a shame, but Sergio Aguero also getting on the score sheet. You know he's always likely to pop up with a goal or 2. We have Everton who are 10th and Chelsea who are 11th today, so let's get into the Everton game and hopefully keep our run of form going and win this Premier League title. Only 8 games left, so hopefully we can get the job done. Okay, so we are rolling with the team that we usually play in these important Premier League games, since we're going for the Premier League title. We're starting off with Phil Jones, Manolas and Bailly as a defensive 3 ahead of De Gea. We have Mkhitaryan and Martial as the 2 wide midfielders, Herrera and Pogba as the 2 centre mids. Silva is going to hold in the middle of the park, and we have Mata and Ibrahimovic up top. Although we're coming up against a 4-2-3 formation, and I have been trialling a tactic against this, because my 3-5-1-1 or 3-4-3 or whatever you want to call it doesn't always do that well against the 4-2-3-1, so I am a bit worried that I may need to bring that tactic into play. We are at home though, so hopefully we'll just score more than they will. By the way guys, if you've watched this far, I'm thinking of rebranding the channel again. I know I've done it before, but it's been a while since I've rebranded it. I'm thinking of just focusing on football gaming, which would mean FPL, Football Manager and FIFA, which would mean the weekend recap gets dropped. Let me know what you think about that as an idea. Just most of the videos on this channel are about football gaming, so I might as well just focus on football gaming. Maybe in the future I could do a football news channel of some sort, but right now gaming is what I've put mainly on the channel. The FPL stuff isn't going anywhere, don't worry about that. But let me know what you think about that idea, and I'm thinking of getting a more strict schedule up. Maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday would be FPL related, and then we'll focus on the games, Football Manager and FIFA, say Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the days I can do of course. And so far we've not been playing that tidy, but Ibrahimovic gets up, Herrera has a shot, and unfortunately Stekelenburg, I believe, is it Stekelenburg? It must be Stekelenburg. Can't see why they're changing. Makes the save. I noticed last video I put the league table behind my face, which is a great idea, JNO. Well done. Pat on the back for that. We are getting chances, but none of them are looking like great football. I haven't been focused, so I need to focus. I've been too busy chatting to you guys. Mkhitaryan now with the cross, Jones with the header, sails over the bar. But we have been on a great run of form recently, and you can see, just look at the stats at the moment. We're not struggling against this 4-2-3-1 because we've had 6 shots, 7 shots, 3 on target, 2 clear-cut chances, 69% possession. Pogba has started performing as well, which I'm really happy about. About time is all I can say to Paul Pogba. And now watch, this is where we get countered. I've just said we're doing well against the 4-2-3-1. But it's okay, Martial wins that ball back. Mata now through to Pogba. Pogba tries to find Mkhitaryan, finds Ibrahimovic. Stekelenburg with the save. And now it's Bailly to Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan to Herrera. Herrera, Mata. See, this is lovely, well, apart from when you get tackled and the defender hoofs it clear. But this is nice football, nice patient build-up play, just no end product. I'm sure I'm managing Man U and not Arsenal. Although, to be fair, Man United this season, apart from maybe that Swansea game, don't actually have that clinical edge, do they? Martial with a great turn there, through to Herrera. How would you not put that away? Martial doing some magic in the box there, and Herrera decides to hit it straight at the keeper. Right, Pogba has space. Keep running, Pogs. Just bully your way through. You're Paul Pogba. A bit too much power on that shot. No, there's so much space between their front attacking 4 and their 2 holding midfielders that when they're past those attacking midfielders, there's just space for Pogba to run into. He's having a lovely day, he is. Alright, Bailly now on the ball, passes it back to Silva. Why commentate? This is the time. Look at Mkhitaryan. Thank you very much. Don't know what happened there. Had some lag like we're playing FIFA. Pogba with a strike, and I told you Pogba was starting to perform, and that is what he's starting to do. Paul Pogba is starting to become that £89 million player that Manchester United bought in the summer. It's taken until March, but what a strike off the crossbar and kiss the sky. That's touch the sky, by the way, not kiss the sky, but it's what popped into my head. And there's the second. Is that a 2-minute salvo? Number 20 for Ibrahimovic, 2 in 2 minutes. Thank you. Our dominance finally turns into goals. Martial with a little dink into the box. Ibra jumps with probably Mkhitaryan there. And Ibra's like, nah, Mkhitaryan, you obviously don't know who I am. There to Zlatan. I'm glad I didn't try out my other tactic, because this is obviously working. Adrian Silva now to Herrera. Some lovely play here, just lovely, patient. Herrera through, Herrera. You've put the wrong boots on today. You have put the wrong boots on. And apparently he's possibly suffered a back strain. So, you know what? We're going to play it safe. I mean, he wasn't having the best of games anyway. So Mkhitaryan can go in the midfield because I don't really have anyone to take his place there. And Danilo can go on the right. And we can tell him, encourage the players to go and prove a point. That's not what I want to say. I'm sorry, assistant manager Rui Ferrara. We are going to say you might be winning, but that could still all change if your performance levels drop. That is my go-to if I'm 1 or 2 goals up. And it usually gets this response, which is what I want to see. Okay, so second half. It's fair to say we have been dominant. Mkhitaryan with the cross, Danilo at the back post. Stekelenburg claims, dare I say, Manchester United, back to glory, return to glory, Man United champions. Another thing as well, would you like me to carry on this save? I do have plans to do a West Ham save and then another save after that this year. But if there are enough of you that really want me to carry on with Man United, then that's always a possibility. I'm sure I'll get quite a big transfer kitty if we did carry on, and I reckon I could really improve this side over the summer. But you know what? I think a new save would freshen things up, and there would be definite goals that I'd set right at the beginning of a new series with West Ham that I'm already working on. So I personally would prefer to start a new save and try some new things out and buy some new players, because with Man United you can just buy whoever you want pretty much. Right, Danilo is out on the right, which is always nice. It's nice to be able to buy whoever you want. I still bought Danilo and Manolas though, and those weren't exactly the players I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy them when I started this save. Martial with a volley that could have been a great goal there. Adrian Silva is always a player I've looked at as a midfielder, and I've never got him, and then Man United are the side that allowed me to do that by just pretty much having bucket loads of cash. Referee. Oh, I bought a red and yellow card. That would have been a perfect time to use it, but I haven't unboxed it yet. I'm not doing an unboxing video on a red and yellow card, but I bought them specifically as props, and they're still in the box. I recorded this without taking them out of the box. It's because my wife's Christmas present is in the same box and I don't want to see it. Oh, come on Everton, do something. I feel like I've sat here for probably a good 11 minutes and watched pure dominance by this Man United side. We'll take off Mata, he's having a bit of a quiet day. Bring on Memphis. I have faith in your son. Now Pogba's on form, part of me is tempted to put him in that attacking midfield strata, but I'm not sure I should really change something that seems to be working. 2-0 is actually really disappointing considering we've had 20 shots. 4 clear-cut chances. Stekelenburg has probably been pretty good. Everton finally get a shot on goal. I think it was from Aaron Lennon, so you were pretty confident that wasn't going on target. And yes, another question. Do you guys want 2 games an episode? Or do you want 1 game an episode? Or do you even want 3 games an episode? And if you do, I'll probably ignore you. But 1 or 2 games an episode, what do you actually prefer? Do you prefer watching more of 1 game and watching a big game and me putting in more highlights? Or do you prefer watching 2 games and me editing it down? Leave your comments in the description down below on what you prefer, while Mkhitaryan finds Pogba, who has been pretty epic this game. Martial tries to find Memphis, does find Memphis because Inigo Martinez fluffed his lines. Looked like he should have cleared that quite easily, and instead he did a not Diego, did a Dejan Lovren. What a stupid attempt at a back pass, and Memphis emphatically finishes it when he could have quite easily tapped it away. Stekelenburg could have probably tried to save that, and oh dear, Everton have had 2 shots on target. Sorry, 2 shots, not even 2 shots on target, just 2 shots. Ref, you might as well just blow the full-time whistle now, to be fair. 22 shots to 2, 10 on target to 0. Pogba on the edge of the box, finds Mkhitaryan, just plays it back to Manolas. We're not even that desperate to get forward, we're just that comfortable. Now Danilo skips past his man but can't get the cross in. Baines actually does some defensive work, loses it. Ibra, it's saved. Stekelenburg must have bucket loads of saves. This has been a pretty epic performance by the boys. I'm proud. I'm very proud. If we can just do this against Chelsea as well, if Arsenal drop points, we could build a significant gap and potentially be winning the title with games in hand. Martial skips past 1, skips past 2, shoots straight at the 3rd man though, skip past another. The quick passing is back with Pogba finding Danilo out wide. Baines actually does some defensive work again. Memphis now attempts a free kick. Manolas with the ball. Finds Memphis again. Memphis into Pog. Pog to Bailly, who's a bit further forward than I like. I'd prefer you got back now. Manolas, Mkhitaryan, and no highlight. Highlight killer. Just blow the whistle now, ref. You don't have to wait the full 91 minutes. There we go, full time at Old Trafford. We have come away with a 3-0, very comfortable win. Very impressive win. You played very well today. I'm very happy with the result. There we go, man of the match probably going to Paul Pogba. Told you he was doing the job for me now. Let's have a look at his stats, see how he actually did. Key passes 3, pass ratio 89% success rate, an average rating of 9, 1 goal, 98 passes completed in the game. Arsenal was still to play their game, so they may pick up points, but even if they do, we are 4 points clear of them. Okay guys, so let's move on to the Chelsea game, who are in 11th, and hopefully pick up another just as convincing win and keep this march to our return to glory going with the Red Devils, with Manchester United. Okay, so we are at Stamford Bridge now, ready to try and claim 3 out of the 18 points we need to guarantee us the Premier League title. Arsenal won their previous game, so we're still only 4 points clear of Arsenal, so every win matters, but 18 points will guarantee us out of 7 games, which is a possible 21, the league title. So let's hopefully beat this Chelsea side, who should be lining up with a very similar formation to the Everton side. Slightly more forward midfielders in the pivot there. I'm not going to change anything, including the starting lineup and the formation, purely because I do not want to lose because I changed stuff. But we have Diego Costa, Hazard, Oscar, Willian, Mikel, Fabregas, Ivanovic, Alonso, Terry, Cahill and Begovic to contend with, but they're not having the best of seasons, so hopefully we can still pick up the win. Alright, pick up where we left off last time. Let's have another dominant victory and keep clawing our way to that Premier League title. I apologise if you hear banging in the background. People have come back home, people are cooking dinner, I've got a daughter, not much I can do about that. Alright, we started off the game, one of those catch-22 situations again. Do I commentate or does nothing happen? Hopefully nothing happens because Chelsea had the ball. Right, Ivanovic with the throw-in, we need to win that. Well done Silva. Plays it back to De Gea, not sure that would have been my choice, especially as De Gea almost gave it away to Oscar there, but now Pogba has that space to run into, loves running into that space, shoots and almost finds the top far corner. This is the Pogba I wanted to see when I became manager of Manchester United. He just disappeared for more than half the season. Now Chelsea have a cross and Diego Costa manages to get on the end of that. We've got more possession, but chances wise it's been pretty equal, and now Alonso has a throw in on our left. Fabregas has it, hoofed clear by I think Pogba there, and Terry goes for the speculative effort with his left foot. Not sure I've seen that from John before. Right, Mkhitaryan finds Ibra. Ibra with a beautiful ball out to Martial, who cuts past his man, finds Mata to Herrera, who can't shoot. Just every time Herrera gets the ball and has an attempt on goal, he messes it up. He messes it up. Maybe I should give Schneiderlin another run at that position, because Herrera, while he is great, very agile, the passing is there, he gets into these positions where he can have a shot on goal and never does anything with them. Not good enough. Not when I have high expectations as the new special one. Right, Bailly now on the right. Just find the pass to Ibra, great pass to Ibra actually, who almost finds Martial with a great crossfield ball. Now Chelsea have it though. Are Chelsea going to build something here? Fortunately, Bailly has that covered, as does De Gea. There we go, pick it up, play it safe, De Gea. Don't do anything stupid. Bailly's there on the right. Okay, bit more risky than I liked, but he has picked out Martial with a beautiful ball, who's gone to Pogba, who's gone to Mkhitaryan, into Ibra. Almost a goal from a beautiful distribution by De Gea there. I was going to say something when he dropped it at his feet with Costa, I believe, that close to him. But he picks out a beautiful ball. Right, look out right. Willian has space. Finds that through ball to Oscar, who passes it back by the looks of it. I'm happy that happened, because we've now won the ball. Back heel by Herrera. Pogba finds Ibra. Ibra just needs to get the finish. Begovic with a beautiful save. I really feel like the team has started to perform a lot better now that Silva's kind of found his way into this team, found the role that he needs to play in this starting 11. I think we just needed a very solid all-around player like Adrian Silva, who's got great passing, great reading of the game in that deep line playmaker role. And ever since he's come in, teams have struggled against us. Okay, Mkhitaryan now finds Ibrahimovic, finds Mata, one more. There were two men there on the left, Herrera and Martial. Much prefer you to pass it to Martial, just for the record there, because Herrera doesn't finish. And you shoot, and it wasn't even a great shot. Pogba now plays it through to Ibra. Laid it off to Mkhitaryan. I'd preferred Ibra to turn and shoot himself. The chances are there. The possession isn't as good as it was against Everton, but we are away, of course. But as long as those shots are higher than our opposition, I'm happy. I'm even happier if we score, but shot supremacy means more to me than possession. But I would like to dominate both, although Hazard is great tackle. Was that Bailly? And then De Gea with the save. Whoever did that tackle on Hazard, great tackle. Probably saved Hazard going through on goal. Herrera doing some defensive work there. What I will probably do at the end of every series as well is release like a download of the tactic I've been using, purely because the PSC Patrol, I did have some people ask me for the formation, the tactic, and I still need to get that for those people, but just struggling to remember to do it when I'm not playing Football Manager. Alright, Pogba now has it in the middle to Mata. One more through to Ibra. Has to be. There we go. There is the first goal of hopefully many at Stamford Bridge to put us 1-0 up. Get us 3 more points. Now we only need 15 if we can hold on to this game here. Premier League title would definitely be exactly what my goal was when I took this job for the first year. They have a great team. It's just about getting them to play together. You've got Pogba, you've got Ibra, you've got Mata, you've got Mkhitaryan, all world-class players. Just add Silva, add Manolas, and you're laughing. Nice and cheap players as well. Alright, Mkhitaryan finds Ibra with a great through ball there. Can Ibra cut it back to Mata? Hurry up with the shot. It just creeps in. Looked like Ivanovic may have got something on that which slowed the shot down, but it still goes past Begovic. We're now 2-0 up and we're looking comfortable yet again. Then again, Chelsea are 11th, so let's not get too excited. Sometimes you forget that this isn't the Chelsea that you're playing in like real life, who are stopping everyone from scoring and destroying everyone. Although they didn't destroy whoever their opposition was last weekend, they only won 1-0, but Costa got the goal, which is important for my FPL side. Right, Mkhitaryan now to Pogba, finds Mata, one more to Ibra. Herrera if you carried on the run, but Martial, Mata has to, and it's free. And we have literally killed this game off almost in 40 minutes. What was that by Ibra? He did a little spin. Did a little Michael Jackson spin before passing it. Dare to Zlatan. Alright, don't concede before half time. Let's go in at half time 3-0 up. Manolas out to Ibra. Here we go again, boys. Ibra just waiting for... Oh, I thought he was waiting for the run. I thought Mkhitaryan would be through on the right. And now, De Gea. Whenever you need a hero, De Gea is who you call. Right, Manolas to Pogba. Pogba to Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan can find those great balls. Herrera. Through to Martial. Get that goal. Martial. Toe poke it or something. Alright, Pogba to Mkhitaryan now. Product placement. To Ibra. And I've got to put that in. There you go, Fantazero. Free advertising. Hit me up. Ibra, 1-2 with Herrera. Herrera, back to Ibra. So it was a 1-2-1-2, I think. Someone asked me how to do long division today. I have not tried long division in ages. My brain just turned to mush. Which is weird, because 2 weeks ago someone asked me how to do algebra, and it just came back like that. But long division, and I just went, Anyway, random side note there, with Mkhitaryan hitting the post and then getting a rebound. Is it really 5-0 at half time? Conte can't still be manager if this is how good this Chelsea side is. Great cross by Martial there, I believe. Mkhitaryan almost fluffies up the easiest rebound ever. Why hit it at the defenders and keeper when there was all that net to aim at? We can be pleased with the efforts from the team today. I would agree. I mean, look at that. 9.3, 9.4, 8.2, 8.6. Just loving life. Mourinho, this job really isn't that difficult. All you got to do is play the players in positions that they play well in. Buy players that suit your formation, which, no offence, you play 4-2-3-1, and Pogba isn't really suited to any of the roles in a 4-2-3-1. Mkhitaryan is, but we just don't seem to play him. Mata is. At least you've realised he's actually a decent player. And if you're going to play one up front, you need to figure out who it's going to be. Is it Ibra? Is it Rashford? You're going to rotate? I reckon Martial can play on the left. But imagine if he just came up with a decent two-striker formation, or more of a 4-3-3 like Barcelona play. Rashford could do a similar role to Neymar. I'm not saying Rashford is as skillful as Neymar. I'm just saying he could do a similar job, be a player out on the left who cuts in and scores goals. I'm not saying he's going to start doing Rabona flicks and all that kind of stuff. Rabona flicks. Don't think that's a move. Okay, I think they made a sub, but does it really matter? 5-0 up, I think my team are now coasting. Don't think they're really bothered about trying. Martial, you're looking the most tired, so Depay can come on for your place. Just resting people now. 74%, Mkhitaryan and Pogba. We've got Danilo, and we've got... Mkhitaryan's playing better today, so we'll let him come off and get his... might get a round of applause from the Old Trafford faithful that have made the road trip down. We've not quite shut Chelsea out of the game like we did against Everton, but 16 shots to 5, 11 shots on target to 3. It took a bit of time for this to really gel, and I'm speaking too soon because Icardi's gonna... Don't worry, there's our hero again. There is David De Gea. DDG. DDG, lads, DDG. Not GG. DDG. Shout out to Ozil to the Arsenal. because this tactic, once you start getting it to work, can dominate games beautifully. Again, link should be in the description to his thread on this 3-4-3 Cruyff style formation. Ibra now through to, thought it could be 6. Don't think Chelsea know what to do. They're just kind of hoofing it up and hoping now. Whereas my boys are calm, composed, playing some beautiful football, finding the... What a ball. Oh, that would have been sick. Really, they are just playing some beautiful football. They're playing close to each other. There's always a passing option. Chelsea are running around like headless chickens trying to keep up. I say that and then now might counter, because I think they've got 4 going forward to our 3. But there is Bailly with the tackle, and then it's Silva, and how have they still got that ball? And then Hazard just doesn't have the confidence anymore. He's been whitewashed by us so much that it's just like he swings his foot, but he just doesn't know if it's going in or not. In fact, he knows it probably isn't. And I'm sitting back now. That's how comfortable I am. Usually I'm sitting forward in these games, but now Mata is through, finds Danilo. Danilo with a cross. Unlucky son. Silva there to pick it up. Recycle the play. Again, recycle the play with Herrera this time. Pogba. Now to Herrera. Now to Ibra. To Memphis. To Ibra. To Mata. Sometimes it's one pass too many. And I say that just as we score. Pogba, with his 12th goal of the season, suddenly getting those goals game after game. Much more like it from Pogba. Kante tries to clear it, bounces off my player there, whoever that is, and Pogba's just there to tuck it away. It's too easy. If Arsenal lose, then I think also the amount of points we need to win the title drops. I mean, either way, I'm going to carry on this save in my own time, because it'd be interesting to see what this team does in the Champions League. Just wish I could dedicate more time to doing like maybe an episode every 2 or 3 days, but it's been almost a week I think since my last return to glory. But I just don't always have the time, that's the problem, as you will know from the fact that you probably haven't got that many videos during the Football Blogging Awards, which I'm going to. Do you remember the uproar when Chelsea beat Man U 4-0? Imagine the uproar if Man U went to Stamford Bridge, and I was almost going to say 6-1, but won 6-0. Chelsea fans would be furious. Danilo with a great ball into Herrera, who just gifts it to Cahill. Hazard has space there. Could this be a consolation goal for Chelsea? Out wide to Ivanovic. They are throwing men forward. But Silva is there again. He doesn't do a flashy job, but he does a good job. Now, I think the key to the summer transfer window would be to keep De Gea, keep Pogba. Ibra do a second season maybe, or do we just give it to Rashford? See how he develops in that role. And there we go. We have won 6-0. What an episode. 9 goals in this episode. All of them scored by Manchester United. That is how dominant this team is becoming. They were so good, and that was so humiliating for Chelsea. My daughter's crying and asking me to stop the humiliation that I'm dishing out on Chelsea. Oh, does that mean I qualify for Champions League next year as well? I think that's what it just said. I think with that game we qualify. Ibrahimovic gets man of the match, 2 key passes, a rating of 9.5, 2 goals. Just a great performance by him there. Yes. Sorry, I'm almost done.
Oh, cool, how long?
Like, I just got to do the outro bit.
Can you feel it?
No. No, I got to do everything else. So yeah, it's fine. Okay guys, so that is the end of the episode, and as you can see on the screen, Man United qualify for the Champions Cup 2017. after securing a top 2 finish in the Premiership. So I can't get lower than second, which I didn't realise going into that game. Let's have a quick look. Third place is on 57 points, so yeah, we are 19 points ahead of Man City. Wow, that's a massive gap. And also, I didn't know this, but you actually get your budgets for the next season early, so I'll have 69 million to spend with a 4.4 million per week wage budget, and the next episode will either be some sort of big game in the Euro Cup, depending on what the Euro Cup is, or it will be a game where we are playing to win the Premier League title. So I don't know what game that's going to be. Hopefully it's not at West Ham, or West Ham coming to us, because I don't want to do it against West Ham. But we only have 6 games left in the Premiership, and we only need 15 points. So it's very doable, and Arsenal could drop points at any point, but none of those teams... What the fuck is that noise? Anyway, but none of those teams strike fear in my heart. Bournemouth, Palace, Southampton, West Ham, Burnley, Watford. I believe we lost to Southampton, so we owe them some revenge when they come to Old Trafford. So it would be nice if we could win against Southampton at Old Trafford. But that is the game we'll come back on. Either the Premier League title deciding game or a big Euro Cup game. We could win 2 trophies this year. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in as always. I've been JNO, you guys have been awesome, and remember, it's all about the game.